So you're thinking to move to North Atlanta, Georgia, and you are probably doing some research on the best cities in North Atlanta, Georgia. Well, number one best city according to niche.com is the city of Alpharetta. Alpharetta is named by niche.com number one best suburb to live in Georgia and number two best suburb to raise a family in Georgia. And they are actually right. It is an amazing city to live and to raise your family. Now, Alpharetta has some amazing subdivision, golf club communities, gated communities, double gated communities. But he also has some negative aspects as well. Today, we're going to concentrate on all the negatives. So for those of you that are thinking to relocate to Georgia, you know exactly what you are getting into when you move here. Now make sure you contact us so we can help you for a smooth move to North Atlanta and the beautiful suburbs. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about living, eating, sleeping, the good and the bad of living in North Atlanta, Georgia, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in North Atlanta, Georgia. My name is Livia Bika with Keller Williams, North Atlanta. We get calls and emails every day from people just like you looking for help on making their move to Suwanee, Alpharetta, Beaufort, Cumming, Johns Creek, Sugar Hill, all the surrounding areas, and we absolutely love it. Whether you are moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All the information is in the description below so we can help you make a smooth move to North Atlanta and the beautiful suburbs. So as I mentioned, today we are talking about Alpharetta, Georgia. Now let's dive in on the best and worst negatives that the city of Alpharetta and Georgia has. For those of you that never been in Georgia, you need to know and you need to get ready when you come here. Now, number one will be the weather. Alpharetta is in North Georgia, so we do have 4 seasons here. So when it's hot, it's hot. When it's cold, believe me, it can be very cold. So beginning of March, weather starts to warm up a little bit. By the end of March, beginning of April, spring comes and everything is blooming. Now, a negative for that is the pollen. Like we have so many flowers, trees, mountains, hills. Nothing is flat here. This is an amazing area for those of you that love the mountains and lakes. Georgia has it, and Alpharetta is right here. It is an amazing city to live in. Now, the cons for that will be that the pollen is so bad for 3 or 4 weeks when everything is blooming. For those of you that have allergies, make sure you get your allergy pill because it is bad here. Like your entire car will be covered in pollen, your entire terrace outside, everything will be covered in pollen and you will need to clean it every single day. It is that bad. Now, after the pollen goes away, slowly we go into the summer. So by the end of May, usually all the pools in the subdivisions are opening, lake access, and it's beautiful, 80 to 90 degrees. It's very hot. It rains a lot also. But July and August are the worst months, like it's very hot, 90 to 100 degrees every day, and it's very humid. So July and August are the worst months here in Alpharetta because it's 90 to 100 degrees every single day. A lot of humidity, so that's another negative. But the humidity and the hot climate will also bring a lot of bugs and mosquitoes and termites. So for those of you that never been in Georgia, yes, especially in the summer, we do have termites, we have bugs, snakes, we have mosquitoes, a lot of mosquitoes. So July and August usually, if you sit on the terrace outside, even in the night, because it's so hot and humid, you will find the small mosquitoes that will bite you, and believe me, they will bite you. But don't be scared because Georgia has a lot of companies that actually have professionals that come and spray your entire backyard or the flowers, and also make sure you have you don't have any standing water in your backyard. Now, if you are on Lake Lanier, close to the lake, you will have more mosquitoes and bugs and snakes and stuff like that. But everything can be fixed, We do have a lot of companies that specializes in, remediation of termite, mosquitoes, snakes, wildlife. We actually had a client that we did an inspection this year, And the home was gorgeous, beautiful, but in the attic upstairs, we found, wildlife, and we also called arrow exterminator to put some traps and, spray, and we got rid of them. So it's very common here in Georgia to actually find squirrels in your attic, or to find and to see some snakes. Don't understand me wrong, not big snakes. There are some big snakes too, of course, closer to, who knows, Lake Lanier and the mountains. But yes, you're gonna have a lot of termites, mosquitoes especially. So if you are allergic to those, make sure you get your allergy pills. We actually, me and my family, moved from Chicago. So for those of you that know Chicago is very cold, yeah. We had some mosquitoes there, but it was not that bad as here. So we thought it's gonna be, oh my God, we're gonna move to Georgia and it's gonna be so bad, and snakes everywhere and squirrels and mosquitoes. Nothing like that, no. It's actually amazing, we love it. You get used to, and then once you hire these professional companies that come and take care of your lawn, and then, they spray every 3 months, believe me, you're gonna be fine. Everybody's gonna be okay. This was another negative for Alpharetta and for Georgia in general. Now, after July and August, September, October, weather starts to cool down a little bit, in the morning, 40 to 50 degrees. Then by noon, it's again 65 to 70. Right now, we are in October. We had some cold mornings, actually, like yesterday were actually 40 degrees in the morning, and it was very cold. So when it's cold, it can be cold, especially November, December, January and February are the worst months, the coldest months, sometimes 23 degrees in the morning or even 20 degrees over the night. So believe me, we do wear boots and we do wear, winter clothes. You cannot even compare with Chicago. So for those of you that are coming from the, worst winters, this is nothing, piece of cake, don't even worry. But anyway, we do have 4 seasons, so keep that in mind. Now let's go to another negative for Georgia is, of course, the home prices for Alpharetta. Because Alpharetta is such an amazing city and it's so close to Atlanta, a lot of people and a lot of our clients that want to relocate, they want to live in Alpharetta because they work in downtown Atlanta, or maybe they work in Alpharetta. Alpharetta is a tech city, it has a lot of tech companies. So of course people want to live right next to where they work. You don't want to commute every day for 1 hour to go to work or come back. But in the past 3 or 4 years, prices went up 40%. So right now we did a search on Alpharetta to see how many listings are available on the market in Alpharetta and what's the lowest price point and what's the highest price point. So FMLS, our local FMLS, gave us 153 listings available today, and it's October 15, 2023 when we did this video. Now the lowest price point for a single family home in Alpharetta was this home, 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, approximately 1,300 square feet. It was initially listed at $405,000. And after 40 days on the market, they lowered the price at $391,000. So very high prices for a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,300 square feet, $400,000, that's a lot. Now, from that being the lowest price point, the highest price point was $8 million, which is an equestrian estate. Now, very expensive homes. I would say that's a negative for Georgia, because a lot of people, they want to relocate here. Of course, first they are looking at Alpharetta, but then if your budget doesn't allow you, of course you will have to move a little bit further north, maybe Cumming or Beaufort, so you will find some other amazing cities here in North Georgia. Just make sure you contact us and, let us know exactly what's your budget and exactly where do you want to be or which school district, and we will help you transition to North Atlanta much easier, because we live here, we work here, and we know the areas better than anybody else, coming from outstate. So from 153 properties, we look to see how many homes are below $500,000. In Alpharetta today, only 8 homes were below the $500,000, which is $500,000, which is, it's so low. Like, that's such a negative for Alpharetta. Like, homes are becoming so expensive in this beautiful city. Now, 55 homes were between $500,000 up to $1 million. 55 homes. Now, 90 homes from the 153 listing, 90 properties were between $1 million to 8 million. This is why our local FMLS gave us the medium home price in Alpharetta right now in October 2023 was at $688,000. That means more properties are selling in this price, 600, 650, 680, than lower. And they are actually right. You saw 8 homes available under 500,000. Now that's a negative for Alpharetta because of course everybody wants to be this gorgeous city to be more affordable, but it's actually getting more expensive day by day. We actually saw a few properties and we had clients helping multiple listings. They had multiple offers and biddings. Like, buyers are actually sometimes bidding for the properties, especially the ones that are listed, lower price points and they look good inside. Some of those listings, even today, they will sell with multiple offers. Now, there are a lot of listings available, so if you are looking at Alpharetta, please give us a call and we will be more than happy to assist you and guide you through the entire process. Now we look to see what's the medium household income in Alpharetta, and right now it's at $134,000 medium household income. There are 66,000 people living in the city of Alpharetta. 68% of the people that live in Alpharetta own their home, while only 32% rent, which is amazing. Yeah, like a lot of people are actually owning their home. School districts are amazing, so that's a plus. But today we concentrate on the negative. Now we look to see how many new constructions are available in Alpharetta today. So from the 153 listings, we found 25 new construction homes in Alpharetta. Now let me tell you the price points. The lowest price point for a new construction in Alpharetta today is at 1.2 million. This is a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bed, approximately 3,000 square feet with basement. And why it's so expensive? Because it's right next to downtown Alpharetta, so walking distance to downtown Alpharetta. Now the highest price point was at 3.8 million, so we were not able to find anything below 1.2 million, so very, very expensive. This is another negative for Alpharetta. Homes are becoming so expensive. Now, especially if you live close to the Avalon area, which is this amazing small city in a big city, like a small community with shopping, restaurants, outside seating. They have a movie theater, a playground for the kids. They do a lot of events in Avalon. So if you live close to Avalon, or if you want to have a new construction there, it's very, very expensive. So Alpharetta is becoming such a trendy city here in North Atlanta because it's a tech city and because it's just becoming, the demand is so high. Everybody wants to be there. But if your budget is below 500, we recommend to look in some different cities. I mean, there are so many amazing suburbs. If you want to take a look at the video that I did, Best 7 Suburbs in North Atlanta, all those 7 cities that we selected have amazing school districts. Yes, they are not that close as Alpharetta to the downtown area, but they are amazing cities to live in, and they have some amazing schools, parks, recreation, shopping, entertainment, and anything that your family needs. So don't be scared if Alpharetta is not for you. We will help you find a better location and a better home in a different city, maybe close to Alpharetta, which, prices can be so much different. If you go just a little bit north of Alpharetta, Beaufort, Suwannee, Cumming will have better prices and better homes available for you and your family. Now let's look at the traffic. Traffic is, again, a very, very negative aspect for Alpharetta and for Georgia in general. We have this amazing airport in Atlanta, Hatfield-Jackson International Airport, which is an amazing airport, one of the biggest airports in the world. So you're gonna have, our airport has 150 domestic flights and 78 international direct flights, which is amazing. You can fly from Atlanta anywhere in the world. You don't have to go to a different airport, yes? But traffic to go to the airport can be so bad. So for those of you that are going to buy a property in Alpharetta, and for actually everybody that lives in Alpharetta, if you have to go to the airport at 7 a.m. or at 8 a.m., if you have a flight and you have to go to the airport, traffic can be so bad. So make sure you leave early, like 3 hours earlier if you want to get in time to the airport. Like if you have a flight at 5 p.m. or 7 p.m., again, make sure you leave early because Georgia 400 South can get so crazy. Like the traffic can be so bad instead of 40 minutes driving to the airport, will take you 1 hour or 1 hour and 30 minutes easy. So Georgia and Atlanta in general are very well known for the bad traffic. And believe me, sometimes it's even worse than Chicago. I used to live in Chicago and I know how traffic is there, and their traffic is bad as well. But here, it can be a little bit worse than Chicago. So, of course, make sure you plan accordingly if you have an early flight and you have to travel to the airport. Now, we look to see taxes in Alpharetta. So, because Alpharetta is in Fulton County, sometimes the taxes are a little bit higher than other counties in Georgia. Now, of course, if the home prices are going up, taxes are going to go up, of course, as well. Mainly, if you look at the $500,000 home, usually taxes are between $4,500 to $5,500, lower or higher, depends. Like 1 million property home will be taxes between $7,000 to $10,000. Now depends, of course, you as an owner, you can apply for a homeowner exemption here in Georgia and you will get a little discount. Now depends exactly what your situation and exactly where the location of the property is, and if you have a finished basement or unfinished basement. So taxes can vary. Now, taxes in Georgia are much lower, for example, than Chicago. So because we used to live in Chicago, for a 2,000 square feet home with a finished basement, we used to pay almost $9,000 annual taxes. Now here, for a 3,000 square feet home, we are paying $5,000. So much, much lower than Chicago, for example. But actually, they are very high right now for Georgia residents because they used to be much lower than this. But, you know, in the past 3 years, because prices went up so high, of course, taxes went high also. So I'll say maybe, you know, starting at $3,000 up to, who knows, $10,000 or $17,000, depends, you know, the value of your property, of course. Now, if you have a $3 million home, of course, you're going to pay more taxes than somebody that owns $500,000 home. Usually like 1% of the value of the home. Not bad, but still pretty high for Georgia in general. Now, for those of you that are concerned about tornadoes, for example, because we are in Georgia, we are closer to the ocean. We lived here almost 4 years now, and we never had any issues. Like once in a while, if there is a tornado in Florida and it's coming up, you know, towards Georgia, then yeah, there is a lot of wind, there is a lot of rain for like 1 or 2 days or over the night. Nothing like, you know, abandon your home and go somewhere else, so nothing crazy. A lot of rain, I would say, a lot of wind, especially in the winter. It can be very cold, but no tornadoes and nothing like that. So don't be scared. Georgia is a very safe place to live, and it's a beautiful place, actually. We love it. I mean, we have the mountains, the lake, Lake Lanier, which is an amazing lake. Georgia mountains, we are close to the ocean, but not that close to be, you know, danger for you or your family. Now, I hope this video was helpful for anybody that they've never been in Georgia. And if you need more information or you need help on anything, give us a call. We would be more than happy to assist you and guide you to the entire process. This is Livia Biga with Keller Williams, North Atlanta. Until next time, I hope to see you around town.